Police investigating the first homicide of the year. A plane crash lands near Chub Key, and COVID-19 cases continue to skyrocket. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tyler Simonet with your JCN News for this Wednesday, January 5th. Criminal investigators are conducting an active investigation into the country's first homicide for 2022 after a man was gunned down in the Coconut Grove area here in the capital on Tuesday night. Police were called to Coconut Grove Avenue shortly after 9 p.m. upon receiving reports of a shooting incident in that area. Police Press Liaison Officer Assistant Superintendent of Police Audley Peters was on scene to give reporters more details.
On arrival of the first responding officers, they discovered the body of a male in a vehicle on a property on the northern side of the street. The EMS was called. Following the EMS visit on the scene, the body was pronounced lifeless. Initial investigations revealed that the victim was exiting his vehicle when two adult males approached him brandishing firearms and discharged their weapons at him, fatally wounding him.
The victim was not a resident of the area, leaving details a bit sketchy, as ASP Peters notes that police are unable to say who the victim is, his age, or give a motive for the shooting. However, he adds that there is a robust team of investigators canvassing the area. Now, with this being the first homicide for the year, when asked how the police force will approach crime in this new year, ASP Peters says this.
We will simply continue to ask persons who know of individuals who are in possession of these firearms to say something to your police department so we can act on it. Individuals have been telling us, we've been acting, and we've been taking firearms off of the streets and putting persons before the court. Secondly, conflict resolution. Individuals will, from time to time, have conflicts. However, it does not have to resort to the use of firearms to resolve our conflicts or even violence. We encourage individuals to find peaceful means to resolve their issues between one another or between groups. Additionally, you will find that we're going to have a robust police presence in our communities.
Investigations into this matter continue. In more crime news, detectives on the island of New Providence are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of an adult male, which occurred on Tuesday, January 4th, 2022, due to a stabbing incident that occurred on Christmas Day. Preliminary reports are that shortly after 1 a.m. on Saturday, December 25th, 2021, police were informed of an adult male being brought into the accident and emergency section at the Princess Margaret Hospital, suffering from a stab wound to the stomach. The victim was admitted and treated for serious injuries. However, on Tuesday, January 4th, 2022, sometime around 5 a.m., he succumbed to his injuries. This matter remains under active investigation. Police have rescued two passengers following a plane crash. Preliminary reports are that shortly after 9 a.m., police on Chub Key were alerted to a plane crash that occurred in waters off Chub Key. The officers launched a search and rescue operation with the assistance of a local captain. The team later located the crash site some 2 miles northwest off Chub Key. Two Caucasian males, ages 50 and 59 years old, were pulled from the waters. They were both suffering from injuries sustained during the crash. The pilot reported leaving Opa-locka, Florida around 7:52 a.m. on Cessna 402 aircraft en route to Chub Key. However, 5 miles off the coast of Chub Key, the plane began experiencing engine failure. As a result, he crash-landed the aircraft in the water. Investigations into this incident will be conducted by the Air Accident Investigation Department. COVID-19 continuing in the triple digits, with the Ministry of Health and Wellness confirming another 315 COVID infections on Monday. 707 people were tested on the same day, and results revealing 279 new cases on New Providence, 41 of them with a history of travel within 14 days, 22 on Grand Bahama, 1 with a history of travel, 4 on Long Island, 3 of them with a history of travel, 2 on Abaco and San Salvador, 1 each on Eleuthera and Exuma, and 4 cases with locations pending. Total confirmed cases now at 26,326. 130 of those confirmed positive are males, 185 females. Active cases have risen to 3,507. Hospitalizations have increased, with 58 people being treated for COVID-19, 55 moderately ill, 3 in intensive care. The death toll remains at 717. 11 people recovered from the virus on Monday. Total recoveries now stand at 21,912. Amidst the rise in COVID-19 cases, the official opposition is speaking out. Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard, during a press conference Wednesday morning, addressed the country's ongoing COVID-19 crisis, labeling the government's moves as irresponsible. Here's Laurentia Smith with that story.
Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard says it is completely irresponsible of the government to take curfews and lockdowns off the table, as these methods have been used in the past as a mitigation tool to help combat COVID-19 here in the country. Mr. Pintard's comments follow Prime Minister Davis' announcement last Thursday that lockdowns are off the table despite the rise in cases.
But right now, you have a government who said that they'd carefully thought about this matter. They are armed with information that we're not. You should ask them. Now, what I would say about those provisions that they have, in a blanket way, say they will not implement, it is irresponsible for a government to completely take off the table tools that may, at some point in the future, be useful and necessary for a country.
As the country battles its way through the fourth wave of the pandemic, the Marco City MP is calling on the government to take a bipartisan approach to get the country through this surge of COVID-19 cases.
The government is in the chair. They know what the internationally recommended positivity rate is, 5%. That we are 9 times beyond that. At every stage, as you look at the percentage of positivity rate, 10%, 15, 30, there ought to be a list of provisions that the government then implement based on health professionals' advice that correspond with an increased cases. They are in the chair. They ought to be able to tell you what those provisions are. We are asking to be at the table so that we are able to hear accurately what that information is.
Since March of 2020, the Bahamas has confirmed more than 26,000 cases. Since December 31st, 2021, the country has recorded a roughly 1,300 positive cases. Mr. Pintard challenged members of the press to ask the government this question.
What percentage of positivity triggers what provision and measures? Have they thought about this previously? Has the health professionals recommended to them? And let us know what the health professionals are recommending. The health professionals, when we were in the chair, they were very candid. As the numbers increased, we met with them. They told us what the numbers were. They told us the percentage of positivity that required certain measures. And then we came to the public after consultation.
Now, under the former F&M administration, lockdowns and curfews were used as one of the major tools to help to manage the pandemic. However, since coming into office, the Progressive Liberal Party has not taken that same approach. I'm Laurentia Smith for JCN News.
You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.